plaything?
No, I will just Skype screen share.
Oh, you're doing screen share? Okay.
Yeah, it's much easier.
Okay.
Can you link the replay?
Yeah. Where are you?
So yes, I wanted to do the cast, but I couldn't find any good replay.
This one's, I mean,
So I might as well do this for you.
this is, it's a lot of back and forth, but I think we both made a lot of mistakes. Um, you can paste that in the chat now. Make it easy.
Oh, against TA. Okay. Is that against, what do you think, is that against good TA or bad TA?
I think I'm better at him, better at Theta than him, because every single time we've played Theta, I just beat him on Theta.
Okay,
So
he's
I don't
Aeon.
know.
Okay, that's interesting already when you play against Aeon.
Yeah. Wait, are you screen sharing?
No, not yet. Would make sense if I do. Yes.
Oh, actually, I should do factions. Do they store factions? They do store factions. Oh, that's
Yeah, that
actually
is perfection. Nice idea. Yeah.
uh,
Okay. Now I'm screen sharing.
cool.
It works, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. PGen max. That's well fairly normal.
Yeah, that's just a back placard build. I went air because I felt that I was playing Aeon. I should abuse him. Also, I was playing TA and I knew he would go air because that's all he always does that.
Yeah, it makes sense to go air against Aeon.
I made a little micro mistake right there. Forgetting to use my ACU.
Yeah,
A little slow.
no big deal for some seconds.
I went tank because I wanted to see if I can catch an engineer. Normally, I send out 3 scouts, which I know TA likes to do. So I thought I would send out like a early tank and hopefully catch an engineer. I believe I did. I don't remember exactly.
So if you just want to catch an engineer, a lab might be a better idea.
You think so?
If you micro it, well, it's faster.
I was worried with labs because of Aeon because Mac Marine's 2 shots they're dead.
Well, you need to micro well, but I think the tank serves a nice dual purpose against defending a tank. Sorry, and attacking.
Okay.
But if you really just want to raid this NG, you need to be quite early because he will.
The Aurora would catch him. Yeah.
Yeah, the Aurora will catch him. So you have the best chance of catching this actually before the Aurora arrives. So if you make an early lap, you have pretty good chance usually to take this. So if you send a tank, it's pretty much you can be, I don't know, 80% sure or something that he will have an Aurora.
Yeah.
Right, and then it comes down to micro, which is not necessarily bad because if you do it well and you trust yourself, you can kill it. So I wouldn't say it's bad. Just
something to keep in mind.
Yeah, if you really just want to catch this NG, the lab might be. I mean, I would say the tank and the lab has pretty much the same chance of killing this NG. But obviously the lab is cheaper.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. I was using it as a mix of defense and catching that NG because I was trying to do something like Adjutant because he does tank with Celine, defends his NG, and then immediately sends that out. I was trying to do that with the forward scout to see if I could see anything. I didn't see anything. I saw the scout, which is why you see the move command there. I think I was going after it, and then I would go after the engineer. So I was trying to go with that motto. I kind of do that a lot. Take that from Adjutant, but
that's good. Like if you don't want to just tank this NG but also defend, then tank is really good.
Yeah, see, I'm pulling it back then because I was a little worried of any raids. I don't know why I pulled it all the way back there though. That was pretty dumb.
Yeah, well, I mean, you need to protect this NG, so you.
Yeah, but all the way back there, that's not going to protect them because they could just come from the side.
Yeah, and you have the scout here, so well, it's not really bad because you have great scout vision. So.
Yeah, and I see that scout up there.
You save your NG, and now you're not going to raid anything anymore because he already saw you and he knows and he can send 2 Auroras. But I think actually it makes sense to play not hyper aggressive if you go air, Well, if you're sure he goes air, then it's a bit different. But assuming that you don't know he goes air, then you don't want to go too crazy on land because you will have less units. So.
Well, wouldn't you want to though? Because you want to push as hard as possible and keep them like back, so that because you're gonna have less on land, so it gives you time to build up land. Isn't that like the theory behind it?
Well, it both works to be honest. But yeah, you need to be fast. Like the point is, you can put aggression as long as you have 2 factories, right? Because then he also have 2 factories. So you can try to push an advantage, but you need to do it well. Because if you mess it up, then you have even less units. If you lose your tank or something, then you have pretty much nothing left. So, but now the 3rd factory is done, and now pretty much is a. So you have time until this 3rd factory, assuming he would build a land factory, right? He produce 1 or 2 units, and then he has unit advantage. So until these units, not even when they are produced, when they are produced is pretty much the last time when you have time to be aggressive yourself. So once these 2 units that he produced reach the front line, then it's pretty much, unless he's doing any mistake or you do some great micro, it will be extremely hard for you to actually kill anything without losing something. Because he has more units.
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
With Aeon against UF, it's even worse.
Harder.
If you have less units.
So, I'm just gonna make funny faces at your camera.
No.
But you ruined it.
Yeah,
I think that's your point right there with the tank right there. I tried to micro it, but it was been way too late.
Like even if you would have 3 tanks now. Well, actually, if you would have 3 tanks, maybe, but in any case, it's too late to try to be aggressive now.
That was a bad drop. Oh, it worked. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think that worked. Oh, that was. Yeah. See, I knew he had air. I was expecting air, but
okay,
like.
So you got 2 really good bombs. You made 2 bombers. I don't know if you're sure he makes air, then.
Yeah, I wasn't. See, I wasn't sure. I expected him to make air. But I made the 2nd bomber because I actually don't know why I made the 2nd bomber. I just did that instinctively.
Okay.
That was really dumb.
I think if you think he makes air, 2nd bomber doesn't make much sense. If you think 2nd bomber is more something if you're sure he makes air. And if you don't know, then 1 bomber is still good enough, then you make 1 inti, and then you can switch back to bombers if he doesn't make air. But anyway, your bombers being great. So now you're pretty much... you still have less units, so you want to wait a little bit. You can't really put aggression right now.
So,
are you using your face on too?
Oh, so wait, what were you saying?
I was saying you need to play it defensive now and wait for good opportunities, and then you can use a bomber once you make anti-air. Or, well, if he does not kill your bomber with air, you can kill frontline Auroras.
Yeah. Well, also, I could have bombed his factory, his air factory, and use that. I mean...
Yeah, you can do that as well. That's nice. If you can bomb it in time. So, here you lose another 2 tanks. Not yet, but you will lose them. Yeah. And that's really bad, because you lost 3 tanks already.
Yeah, and now I'm at an even bigger disadvantage.
Yeah, and it will be extremely hard to catch up now on unit numbers. Even so, you got the advantage with your bombers. With 2 bombers, you could have actually
really done, like, killed his power.
Yeah, you could bomb. You can actually bomb this factory and bomb this factory.
Well, yeah. Actually, yeah. Well, I don't think I would have been able to get it if I killed the MGs too.
Yes, but in any case, you force him to make anti-air, so now you fly here and here. And you just kill these MGs or tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I did with one bomb.
Depending if you can kill 4 Auroras with 1 bomb, it's actually better than killing the NG. Because then you can kill the NG with tanks. Especially if you have not lost your striker yet. But, like, I would try to bomb this. And if it doesn't work, like, if it doesn't work the first time, chances that he's paying attention and it won't work the second time either. And he will shoot your bombers.
I wouldn't get a second time, though, because he has an NT out and he's going to kill that bomber in, like, a second. Actually, no, I got a second NT out. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You have 2 bombers. So, he kills 1 bomber, and in the time where he kills a bomber, you can probably kill the Inti, if you are a bit lucky. So he can kill only 1 bomber. So
that bomber's bad anyways. Oh, yeah, I was kind of just killing for NGs at that point, which is kind of bad.
Yeah, so this bomber going back is quite bad. it takes away something.
Yeah,
Bombing this NG or this Auroras would have been both great. Because right now you had one advantage with the bombers here, King build power delaying his build, which you still have, but you have kind of the disadvantage of no units on the top side. And you could have gotten an advantage here, and I would say now it's more even. But he's in a really good position now, because he can just keep adding more Auroras to the side. So you add more strikers to the side, and then what? Then he's Aeon and you're UAF, and as bigger units number become on both sides, as harder it becomes for you. And he has aggressive SU positioning, so he can kill your radar, he can deny your reclaim, he can maybe kill this mass extractor and get small advantages here. So considering he's Aeon, if he plays it perfectly, then you're probably lost right now.
Okay.
But your Eco's looking great, so that's going.
But he pulled it back. And then I see at this point I have air, and I also have excess power. I think I start making bombers real soon. Which, in my opinion,
that's probably what the only chance you can actually win the game back is by winning air and bombing his Auroras. Also, you can't send everything to the top side. So pretty much at this point in the game, what you can do is you can realize this is lost right now at the moment. So you can send everything to the right side and raid this side instead, because all his units
wouldn't I be exposing my ACU to essentially death by doing that? Because he has at least like 10 Auroras there, I believe. Well, that's what I think at that point.
Yeah, if he goes hyper aggressive on you, then you retreat. If he goes really all in, I think it's rather unlikely, because he will. Don't you think he will be happy with having that? Kind of maybe raid these two mass extractors.
That's true.
But
he also doesn't have vision on what I'm
If
doing.
he does it, then it's very unlikely that you win anyway.
Yeah.
You have 6 tanks. He will have less tanks than you soon, because you delayed his build. But it won't last for long. And right now he in this area he actually has 10 Auroras, so if he wants to, he can still do that.
Then he also has like so much mass in the bank, though.
You're right, if he really wants to, but he doesn't really know where your units are, and I would say it's risky for him. So he's in a good position. He will probably not do a risk, and you have to do a risk because you are behind now. So you can give this up maybe for a little bit, because simply you don't really want to give this up. It's terrible, but you have 0 chance of getting this right now. You won't push him away. If you try, you will lose your units. So instead, you can try to make up for it by raiding the other side, and then you win a little bit time that you can use to get air, bomb units, and then you can maybe bring units back or reinforcements, and then you have maybe an opportunity to fight for this. But you need to fight for this sooner or later, but probably not right now. Right now you can fight for this and buy time with this. But if you raid this and he gets this, it's only a matter of time until he gets this back and then defend it, and then you lose. So you can buy time, but you need to know that sooner or later you need to push him away here, or do some like get tech 2, or get something except raiding here and then waiting. I mean, if you get something out of like if you give this up and you get in return tech 2 or gun or whatever, then you can still take it back with that later.
I mean, at this point, I just sent down tanks in the south because I saw that he tried to raid me, and then from that, I was going to raid him after. But yeah, I was trying to basically push him immediately to that top left corner, which I guess might not be too advised, but in that case, I was trying to out-micro him with my ACU and try to push him back because I knew he has to retreat as Aeon, which I was willing to take a little damage. I was basically trying to catch him out in the top left and ignore the right. Well, I threw tanks down there, which I didn't plan on raiding the right-hand side, but since I had more tanks, I was going to do it, which I do. But in the top left, I was just trying to catch him.
So that's already really hard against Aeon. I mean, it's a decent plan. The issue is you already have less units, so it becomes extremely hard right now to do that. And if he plays it well, it's just hoping that he will do mistakes, because that's right, he has to retreat, but he retreats, gives a lot of damage, and you won't get it, right? And then what I mean, you push ACU, he retreats, then he's here, let's say, and you're here.
Yep.
And then you can maybe get this mass extractor, and then he will start pushing you back, because you have to retreat, you can't chase him forever. At some point you need to turn around because you lose too much hit points on your ACU against Auroras. And
I believe
then
that's
he
what
will get it anyway.
Yeah.
So I think trying to attack here, also he can't just react to that very easily because his Auroras are here and Auroras are slow. So best thing he can do is make a counter attack.
Well, also, I mean, if I push to the right, like I go like 10
not with
tanks
SEO,
to
right?
the right.
Yeah, just with tanks.
Well, yeah, with tanks, to the right. He sees that. He's going to know that I won't have tanks near my AC, so in theory, he's going to just start pushing straight in. I mean, even if he doesn't scout me, he'll see that, and he knows that I have less tanks than him. Well, he probably thinks that because I went air. I mean, I don't know if he actually knows that, but he'll probably think that, so wouldn't he just straight out start pushing on me? Which would be much worse than just trying to hold my ground and slowly trying to push that left side, and rather raid with only like 1 or 2 tanks, which I guess I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I'm not saying send all tanks here. Just you have air, so you can scout how many tanks you actually need. But you should try to raid this. It doesn't really matter with how many tanks, but sending everything here is not going to work if you plays it well. So you send as many tanks as and if he doesn't send anything, then 3 tanks are enough, or 5, whatever. So if he sends reinforcements as well, then you can send more units on your own, right? And he can't just all in-push you that easy. I mean, he could, but
that's cool.
He also needs to react very well. And I think he doesn't even have a radar. So the point is, he will just see your tanks when they are here. If he does not have radar. And if
he doesn't have radar? No. I didn't think he did.
Yeah, well, you can see it on your radar, and you would have scouted it maybe. So when your tank's here, he can start to react pushing, and that's quite a bit of time that you have. And if he is aggressive, maybe then you can still try to micro. You don't really need. I mean, how many units do you have? 7 tanks. So are the 7 tanks really going to make a big difference if he starts to push you? At this number, you kill the Auroras and you lose hit points, and if he push you, then it's still with I don't know, with 4 tanks or something, and then reinforcements. It's not really such a big difference if you have 4 tanks more or less in that situation. You can still try to do micro, etc. I mean, it becomes more risky, but then again, you need to take risk right now. Because you even got raided. So that's definitely something even if you want to go all in on that side, you need at least 1 or 2 tanks on the side. You can't have nothing. So the advantage you get from having 2 tanks here more is so much smaller than what you lose if you have absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can send 90% units to one side if you want. It's still risky, but never send 100% to one side.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless you go for like ACU kill cheese or something like that. So he's kind of doing the same mistake now. Now he's sending everything to that side. Maybe he thought he doesn't need anything because he sent 1 Aurora. But now if he would play properly and send 90% here and then 2 or 3 Auroras here. All you need to do is defend your raid now. Pretty much. And then he camps here with Auroras and waits. He's really misplaying now. That he's not pressuring you away from that position. He's not even killing the NG. So that you get a lot of time right now.
At this point, I made the move to T2. Like, I'm starting to make the move to T2. I don't know if you think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
that is okay.
Against Eon, like you.
Yeah, I kind of have
earlier
to.
You kind of have to. As longer you wait, as worse the situation becomes. So, and you just got a lot of time. So, assuming he would play correctly, his ACU would be here now. And your ACU would be here or something. And then if he scouts your tech 2, he can start to push.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
now the time where he can push, like now he first needs to realize it and whatever. So now there's a lot of time until he would actually reach your base, and then your tech 2 is already done, and then I think tech 2 is a really good move in that situation.
Yeah, and
you
then I
pretty
also
much
saw.
want to go tech 2 in the moment where you think you can get away with it.
Okay, and then at this. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, no. I see. At this point, I saw that his ACU was back, and I immediately started pushing with my comm, trying to catch out as many auroras as possible, which I believe worked out quite well. Seeing how he essentially lost his entire army.
Extremely good move. You just if you like it's pretty if you would not be going tech 2 right now, you could go tech 2 now for free pretty much without losing anything. You could even keep tech 1 and keep pressuring that because he just lost his whole army, and so tech 2 would still be a pretty safe choice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
This unit's returning. You killed the wall.
Yeah, that's smart.
Maybe they started. I guess what happened here is they killed the wall.
Yeah.
Right, and then they start to move, but the wall was not dead yet. It was dying, and while it's dying, it's still blocked.
I guess so. That makes sense. Yeah, I think I redid the move order. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Now you do.
Yeah.
And now they should start to move through it. Okay. You were about to raid here. With more units. Now you retreat. I don't think that's a good move to retreat because, I mean, it makes sense. You need some units here, but well, one tank is not going to kill the mass extractors fast enough because for something comes and kills the tank.
Well, I retreated because I saw the ACU and I thought he would catch it out. Well, I mean, they could go along to that little bridge, kind of like that little small pocket area, but
you should send like 3 tanks or something.
3, okay.
Because with 3 tanks you can actually kill the mass extractor and meaningful. So you can assume he has nothing here.
Yeah.
Just right. So you can also assume once he sees the tank shooting the mass extractor, he will send the next units that gets produced to go here.
Okay.
So 3 tanks would kill the mass extractor until, and for 3 tanks he obviously also needs 3 units. So you have a lot more time to kill this mass extractor, maybe this one.
Yeah.
But 1 tank, like, is probably not going to kill this mass extractor.
Yeah, seeing how he is shit in the bottom right now.
And 2 tanks or 3 tanks more here don't make any difference. Like, you need to be careful, however, here now. I think you should retreat the ACO because you're very low on units because obviously you're going tech 2. So if he starts to go with ACU here and then chases you with auroras.
Yeah, I was trying to hold that top left position, and also there's reclaim there, which I pick it up? No, I didn't finish picking up, which was like the key thing I really wanted to grab, but
yeah, but you put yourself in an extremely dangerous situation if you move ACU or like against Aeon.
Yeah, that's like right there.
You will never get away from that, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if you go too close, he will chase you forever. So and you can kind of afford giving that up because you will get it hopefully back with Tech 2 or will get other advantages. You can make mongoose, whatever, and even a Tech 2 point defense creep, but. It's sad that you have to give it up, but it's I think that's an extremely risky move, and you have you have a decent advantage, and you have this mass extractors for all the time. So
that was only for like, actually no, that was a little while. Never mind.
Yeah, and you will have them for a bit more seconds, even if you retreat. He takes a bit to clean them up. So this was already worth it for you with a good ACU attack.
Yeah. Okay. I pulled those tanks back because I felt that I needed tanks to defend my base because I felt like, well, I mean, I could have built a PD, but I didn't want to calm that close to my base, so I kind of pulled them back to like deter him, I guess.
But if his units are here, then he won't push your base with SU alone, and even if he does, then you can still pull your units back in time on reinforcements.
Well, that was the whole point of pulling them back, like not even raiding with them, because I felt that he didn't have any units in the bottom right, which I guess he does. Like he has shit tons, but yeah, that was my reasoning behind it.
Yeah, so if he doesn't have any units here, then you want to raid it.
It's free reign. Yeah.
I mean, seeing that now, you would have probably only killed the mass extractors and the Dicer. It wouldn't even have been such a great move to move them here. But considering what you knew about the situation.
It would have been better to do that.
Yeah. That's a nice raider.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you attack. That's
That's really ballsy, yeah.
Because his ACU is here, so he just need to move here. Well, he lost all his Aurora, so if he micros them well, I think you would die here, honestly. Because he cut you off, you're already on 7,000 HP. So he cut you off and then chase you with Auroras. And then you are forced to throw everything in.
Yeah, that's
to keep your ACU alive. And when you do that,
that's what I did
then you will have a bad battle, right? Because you can't wait for good moments, etc. You need to throw everything in until you die, or you die. So chance is there will be a lot of reclaim here, and you will be low on HP, and you have to retreat. And he will have more HP. He will sit here with his ACU, reclaim everything.
So, I mean, okay, if we think back a little bit, would have been better for me to just keep my ACU back, and just let him essentially raid that top left position, and then bring my tanks closer to my comm, I guess. Would that be a better option? I mean, in terms of like safety, if he played it perfectly.
Sorry again, I was.
So if we like think back a bit, would have been better for me to just like retreat my ACU, and not like press forward as I'm doing right now, and rather retreat it, bring my tanks over to my ACU, keep them a little safe, and then just wait for my T2 to come kick in.
So you don't even need your tanks, to be honest. At least you kind of need them, but not that badly. What you need to avoid is getting cut off by his ACU. So if you're here,
well, that was the whole point of my my tanks being there, because he won't be able to cut me off, because I will have tanks to essentially defend myself.
But the tanks don't really help you. Like, you need to have the good SEU position, because let's say, well, where would you be? Like here or something?
Yeah.
So he cut you off, and then you have to send your tanks in. He kills your tanks, while you don't kill anything, because he kills his Aurora and range and shoot you.
That makes sense.
So you are still forced. It's pretty much the same situation. So you need to be like here or something.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to run away from his ACU, so he can't cut you off, and then you can kite him, and then you can decide when you return, when you attack, and you can wait until you have some more Tech 2 units, however you want. But then you are in control of the situation.
Yeah. Those tanks. They did really fucking well. They killed like 6 Auroras with 3 tanks.
Yeah, this tank had 4 kills. You almost survived this. Okay, so he makes another bad, or you make another good engagement. And
yeah, this is where he might start cutting me off. That's what I'm thinking right now, because my AC is essentially completely out of the open.
And even until your tanks reach it, you will get I don't know, 1,000 free damage or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're like, let's get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I kind of threw my tanks in.
Yeah.
Because I was a little worried about my comm. As you can see, it canceled what I was doing. But I feel like that's also a bad move, and that I'm giving him crap tons of mass. But I feel like that was the only way to get my comm out of there. In that
I think
case,
it's a good move until here for sure, because right now it's actually a good fight for you. At the moment where his ACU starts to be in the fight, you can retreat.
Yeah.
Because when his ACU moves here, then your ACU is quite safe. So I think it's mostly good because it's also a decent fight. You kill a lot of Aurora, so now you should retreat.
Yeah.
Or you can also be like, whatever, I keep going and try to kill as many Auroras as possible. But you need you would need to move here.
Yeah.
Get away from the ACU.
Yeah, they're basically.
And you don't even run away.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there's a lot of reclaim. I should get that.
You even make a factory there. So you just threw your units away because you were like, that's too risky. I need to sacrifice my units to stop him. And now where you don't have units anymore, you're like, okay, actually I don't need to run away.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking that through that well.
So that's a really, really, really risky move. And to be honest, you don't need a factory. Does he have any? Oh, he actually has RT in his mix. Okay. Then otherwise I would have said make a point defense here. That will actually save you and gives you the reclaim.
Yeah.
But when he has RT, don't do it. No, it's not good. So you make this point defense, and that actually means you have quite some mass. That means if you retreat it now, You save that point. So whatever he does, if he push your ACU, he will maybe not kill you because you can retreat to your point defense once it's done, and you will lose a lot of hit points, and then he gets this.
Okay.
Or he can also push this, and then your point defense won't get done, and that's even worse because your point defense die and your ACU is here alone, and you have pretty much nothing else. So you need to retreat to your ACU, and then he can't push you anymore, right? Because you can defend your point defense with your ACU, and you have your units close, so you finish the point defense, and then you can make another point defense afterwards, like here or something, and you tower creep him away from the reclaim. So you will get the reclaim, or at least for now he won't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have a really good position with that point defense. You just need to not die until it's done.
Not power stall.
Yeah, pause a while. I mean, you can pause your F factory not to stall. At least not that bad. That would be useful. If you would stall in mass in this situation, or even power, you should actually pause your whole base, whatever. Because this point defense has absolute priority. You need this done. If it's pretty much everything you have, right? And you need your ACU to defend it, because point defense alone is not that strong, right? He will just move ACU here, overcharge it, and then it's dead.
Yeah, and he doesn't press me, which gives me crap tons of time. And then he retreats.
So whatever he would do now, if he would move to your ACU, it would...
They're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're dead, but you would probably lose a game to it. And if he would push the point defense, it would also be bad. So this factory is pretty much killing you. Especially considering after you threw your units away just to save your ACU, like the... everything what happened before was kind of to save your ACU, or the mistake was already there that the ACU is in the wrong position. And then you sacrifice everything to save your ACU, and then you stay there anyway. Okay, so now you get the next point defense. In a good position. And you can go here safely now, because your point defense is done, so you can always retreat to it. So he had a small timing window to really do something, and he did nothing. And now you are in a great position. Because now you can tower creep him away from the reclaim, you will get the top side. Here's tech 2, so don't have tech 2 advantage anymore. But
yeah, but it keeps me secure for a bit of time.
You get the reclaim, and you get the position. And also, he doesn't have anything to
for a while.
To change this for a while. So you can just get point defense here. So what does he want to do against the point defense? He can get gun and overcharges or something. Which is, I don't know, I mean, you can... expensive. Yeah, it takes a long time to get this, and in that time you can do your own whatever things, and even then, if you play it well, you can defend. So he could make mobile missile launchers, probably, and then you make DMD and overcharge them, push them away with SEU, and while all that happens, you have that position. So you have more mass, so it's unlikely that he will ever succeed doing so. At the same time, he can't really do anything here because you have pillars, so he can't really push anywhere. He has to go through the choke points with his auroras, and then you kill him. So all he can do is defend this position. So you can even go out here for a good rig. A little bit risky. If he goes all in, he might draw you. And honestly, he should try that, because if you play this well now, there isn't anything he can do.
As I said, we both made lots of mistakes. Yeah.
Well, that's why we watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not really any reason to have the ACU here so much in the open. All you need is wait for, to get this point defense and then get this position.
I was trying to stall out with the point, like, give my point, my engineer time to make
you also have units here, so yes. Now you should pause your stuff in your base, because this point defense is the most important thing for you.
Yeah.
This point defense is going to to secure this position finally. I mean, you will secure it anyway eventually, but if the point defense doesn't get done, even if the engine dies, you need to bring another one and whatever, which costs a lot of time. So once this point defense is done, you pretty much won the game. While, let's say, 2 or 3 more pillars is not really going to do anything. But yeah, you put aggression to push him away a bit to finish the point defense. That's okay.
Yeah, I think it died. No, it didn't.
Yeah. Or you decided to move it away because you didn't have mass, but then that's a mistake.
I don't remember what I did.
Because you absolutely should, you should realize how important this point defense is. What's happening here? Not much. He's not. You should probably have a few more units here, but at the same time, it's not that important. But you need to avoid getting raided. You don't need to raid anything yourself right now. You just need to get this. But if you get raided in return, then it's pretty much the opposite situation what happened earlier, right? He can raid this, and then he has time to push you back.
Yeah, he's lots of units now. I think I start to retreat when I see like there's no way for. Oh, actually, no. Okay, I build on that. I should have retreated.
Yeah, you should retreat to this point defense and then make a point defense like here or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A bit more not so greedy. Like this point defense is great if you get it done, but you can't get it done. But it's not really a big deal because you can get a point defense here and then you can get a point defense here, and it's just as good. It just takes a bit longer, costs a bit more. Now you plan another one here, which is pretty much similar greedy. It should be here or something.
Yeah.
Because if this dies, this will die as well. And it's a lot of wasted resources. So he's not attacking here. That's pretty. I mean, one pillar can really block a lot in this choke point, but he should try. And he's making blaze, which is super strange, I think. Considering maybe he's expecting mongoose, but
yeah, I didn't make that till later. I realized that that's probably a smarter idea.
There isn't really any reason to make blaze. Also, energy storage. Just okay, you're making. That's why you're stalling so hard, actually. It's a good thing to make when you are overflowing power. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. You push him away, but if he's retreating now, he could just go all in. And you will take a lot. Probably not kill you, but I would say he definitely has chance for a draw, and if not, he can take a lot of hit points for free. He just needs to. He can push this army until it's here. He just needs to stay out of range of this tech 2-point defense. And he push you away from the reclaim as well. Then he can, if his units are here, he's doing that already, kind of. So I think he has so many units right now. And he's not pressuring at all. He's having a bit too much respect from the point defense, I think. Okay, so you get another point defense here, which I think it's still greedy, because you need to make the safe point defense there where he can't kill it. He can't shoot at your NG without getting in range of this point defense. Which is not the case. He can put these units here and kill your NG. So you need to make a safe point defense. And the safe point defense is like here or something, right? Because he can't kill your NG while it builds it. So he's just hoping that he does not attack it.
Yeah, she doesn't do...
So he raids a bit. Also, that's good raiding with 1 or 2 pillars. It's hard for him to defend. He needs quite a lot of auroras. Or 1 obsidian, which is slow, and if you bind an obsidian, it's good. Anyway, so now he decides to attack, so if he's smart, he will overcharge your Sparky.
Well, also, a lot of his composition is just straight out auroras, and he's just throwing his units into me right now, which is,
yeah.
Like, I have primarily pillars.
But straight aurora, it's not just auroras. it's a lot of auroras.
It was like 2 blazes.
Yeah, but it's a lot of auroras, and if you focus your SU and overcharge 3 times, he might draw you, even so you will get veterancy. So and you have some units, you can retreat to the point defense, that's fine. But he's also having lots of units somewhere else, here. and he moved quite a units here. If these units would be in this fight, I mean, you're low on hit points. He's full. I think that's quite dangerous here, actually, in regarding off draw. You're not going to die, but you might get drawed if he really, right? If he has enough power to overcharge you every 4 times, and you don't really need to do that, because you can just slowly tower creep. So you can kite him a bit. And it's not like he will get the reclaim when you get a point defense here or something. Then you will get the reclaim. So in that terms, the fight is decent. But you lost all your units, and now he actually gets a point defense as well. And now you actually lost your time window to secure this, because now it's pretty much even cards. But you get point defense here. He will make a point defense here. So it's more or less even. Whoever gets a point defense here first, or you both get it, and then no one gets a reclaim, or whatever.
Well, we would do the attack move, but with the extended range.
You still have this factory, which you should kill, maybe, with his units. So you reclaim a bit, and he... Well, he should go here and overcharge this NG, or force you to retreat. And
I think he's been trying to do that, but I keep on retreating it.
Yeah, he did that before and he retreated. That was very well played to save it. But if he forces your NG to retreat, and in the meantime he builds his own point defense, that's not right. So you're both reclaiming now. Let's check reclaim. You're 4,000, and he has also 4,000. Okay. I mean, obviously he's not in. He doesn't know everything that we know. So easier to say from this perspective what he should do. I think that fight was a bit risky. He had a lot of units, and all that units were not in the fight. If these units were in the fight, I mean, without the units, that fight was very even. You both lost most of your units, and you had your point defense to retreat. But with these units, this fight would have been much more dangerous, and you didn't need to take it. You just needed to tower creep. And now, kind of again, you fight quite aggressively, which in that situation is okay because your point defense is almost done, so you manage to finish it. But if he just push you with that units, and he would scout, assuming he would scout that your point defense is building here, and then focus it down, right? And you don't have too much else for pillars. Then he can kill the point defense in construction, and your ACU will be suddenly all alone. You can retreat to that point defense, but then what? Well, you won't die, but then he can make his own point defense here, because he just has way more units than you. Maybe I think the 2 max or something, because no. Okay, so you invested quite a bit into point defenses here that died, and then he's just Aeon, so I guess you produced similar amounts of units, but you lost more.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you get the good point defense. And the factory is also fine. Even so, you should probably assist the point defense first with ACO. Get this first.
Well, I was more worried about getting the reclaim as quick as possible. That was my big thing.
Yeah, but if you don't get the point defense done, then it will be very hard to get the reclaim. So you need the point defense to get the reclaim.
Well, I don't think so, because I saw that point defense on the right-hand side, so that's essentially covering most of it. The only thing that he could possibly use to get it is an NG attack move, which I think would be able to get some of it, but not all of it. Actually,
it's
at
not
this
really
point.
if he gets it, but I mean, if you build the point defense, how are you going to get the reclaim with attack move NGs if you put ACU and units here?
There's a big range. That's what I was betting on.
Here. If he puts his units here, or ACO, right? I mean, this point defense is great. And while this point defense is more to secure the top side, but I would think you need a point defense actually kind of like here or something.
Yeah,
Well,
that was more That was more for the top left than the reclaim, but I mean,
yeah, with attack
the
move,
fact.
you're actually kind of right, but you don't really need to. You can not just walk with ACU and reclaim it. I don't think the factory it's not bad, but I don't think it's really necessary right now. And it's more important to really secure this area with more point defense or get more units, etc. It's useful. You can even make NGs here. It's a long way, but it's still faster than making a factory here. And now you're I mean, you stopped anyway. Now you do the correct thing. What we talked about. You just go here and reclaim it. You don't need a factory.
Yeah.
So can kind of never mind what we said because you don't do the mistake. But if you would have finished the factory here, it would be quite a waste of resources. And in that time, he can get his point defense just out of right of yours, which he should do, right? That's what he wants to do. He wants to get his point defense here. Or if he can, even here. So he will have the double purpose of point defense for the reclaim, denying it, and to deny the top. You might want to get some mobile missile launchers as well sooner or later. Maybe not yet, but you will need it at some point because he will tower creep you now as well.
Yeah, I do later on. I don't remember when though. I think I was really slow at reacting to that.
Do you have anti-air? Well, you have 4 antis. I don't know. You lost air at some point. I think you won it again. Air's very like your boss just.
Yeah, we didn't really worry about it.
Yeah, you don't really pay attention, but I think that's reasonable because that's just so much more important. Okay, so I switched to Obsidians finally. That's good, and now he's killing your point defense. Even so, you got the reclaim. So imagine you would have finished that factory, and now your point defense is gone. Well, you get this one, but anyway, it's not good. You need to scout.
Yeah, I don't do that a lot of the times.
You need to scout mostly to see the point defense. I mean, you know it's here, but it's still useful to see. And you want to see where he's making his next point defense because I would assume he will make a next point defense now to get control. So that's a very interesting situation right now. Because you both have really pretty much the same things. No one can really attack the other point defenses, so I guess it comes down to whoever can micro mobile missile launchers or units, stuff like that, to take out the opponent point defense and then tower creep forward his own point defense. What might change a bit, you have a lot of power, so you could also try to... You can't do too much with the SEU right now, right? Like, you can fight a bit, get a bit, but you can also try to rush gun, and gun would be super useful. Or alternatively, you can use a... Like, once you get a good position, you can use power to get a shield.
That's expensive.
Yeah, it is. But once you have
very
a shield,
expensive.
Well,
so
not
I don't
much more
think
than
that
gun.
would ever...
It's 600 mass. How much is gun? It's 800. So it's pretty much the same as gun, I would say.
But I would say gun is way more useful than a shield.
Well, the shield costs way less power, and it's faster.
Well, it's 200 per second. 200, which is, it's basically, it's gonna rack up the gun very quickly.
Yeah, you're right. Gun is better, but you can still also a shield would be also useful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in its own right.
I mean, with a shield, you can tower creep this away, and then you can get the top left.
Well, I mean, shield wouldn't be as effective as just straight up going mobile missile launchers, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be better to get mobile missile launchers and Mongees, I would say, is the best mix in this situation? Because the Mongees would straight out... and I would also have my T2PDs to essentially protect the Mongees, and then I would have the Mongees shooting at range to any Auroras going in, and then the mobile missile launchers killing out the PDs and other mobile missile launchers.
Yeah, but it's hard, actually. You also have the risk that he gets gun, and he can get it in half time. You know, he just needs range, right? He doesn't need gun.
Yeah.
And then Mongoose.
Is it half the time? I thought it was a little more than half.
I don't know, honestly.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter, it's faster than yours.
Yeah.
And then a shield helps. Then you kind of need a shield. But without shields, your missile launcher get overcharged and Mongoose. And mostly, you don't just have the choice to suddenly make more Mongoose. I mean, you can assist more, but if you reclaim a bit, right, and you have resources, you also won't spend your energy. So the shield is well, it costs quite a bit of mass, but in any case, if you get the shield done, which shouldn't be that hard, and then you take out this 1 point defense, you get like shield, maybe another point defense here, right? Then you got this, and there's not really anything he can do to counter your shield, unless he has way more units and overrun you. And if he does, then you take 1 point defense to stop getting overrun. You can see it if he has way more units. Once you realize there's a threat for that, you make take 1 point defense and then you're fine. I think gun is better anyway. You're right with that. But shield is also would also work.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to sneak some units here.
Yeah, stick a artillery piece there. I don't think that it was the PD that was the issue. You had a PD there, which
yeah,
was
I know. So you need
the same concept, but yeah, I think I tried, but I don't know if it worked. I don't remember what happened.
A few units of you died there, so I think if you send it to pillars, they should survive rather easily.
Yeah, assuming the AoE doesn't catch them.
Okay, so now you have that situation we talked about. So either you get the shield, or you get gun, or you get mongoose and MMLs.
I think I did it. I think I did it like within the next like 5-10 seconds. I think I don't remember.
But I would say mongoose and MMLs is not. You can do both, right? You can get gun and mongoose and MMLs.
I don't. Would I have the mass income for that?
Well, you get gun first and then MMLs. That's right.
Yeah.
But you can kind of still do both just after each other. I think gun would be the best choice here because you have so much power, so you can rush it. With you just need to send like 3 NGs, 4 NGs to assist your ACU. Then you go step back, and also he can't really stop it because you have point defense.
Yeah. Also, that's like when you see those tanks on the top left. That's like me trying to sneak units past. Or more like I didn't want that PD to get up, so it's like immediately send a million things up there.
Yeah, this PD is stupid from him, honestly. Like.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that's securing a large portion
but a point defense. He needs to take out this point defense and then point defense here or something. So he wants to secures it so much better because this point defense you can park 2 missile launchers here and kill it.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing he can do. So if you have point defense here, it secures the position such that's good. Maybe not this mass extractor, whatever. 3 mass extractors are enough. But you can. Like this point defense will just die. You can even just go with take 1 RT here and kill it, or even with units. That's I don't like this point defense. This point defense is really good. So he might as well just get another one. While this point defense is blocking a lot. So he could get another one here or something. That would be better than this one, because then he can, he limits your movement a lot. If these tanks can't be here, they need to be here. That's really good for him. It doesn't look like it does much because he doesn't get any direct advantage, but it actually means that your tanks need a lot of time to get here should he ever want to raid. So that's something, and you have a lot less angels to attack. You need to go pretty much here if you want to attack this position, right? So you can't attack me from this position anymore.
Where? Oh, okay, never mind. My ACU icon just disappeared for a second. I was confused. Never mind. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. So that's Well, it worked for you so far, so I guess it's okay to go here. But there's not really any point. I mean, what did you do? You went here, killed 1 unit or something? Maybe you can reclaim 2 units?
I was trying to push him back away from me. I don't know. The entire game, I was just trying to keep him away from me as much as possible.
Yeah, by walking in his face.
Yeah, that's basically.
In that time, you could have get gun already, maybe. Okay, so you do this correctly. You need to get these mass extractors, and the point defense before he knocks this off. You get the next. That's risky. Like. You just waste a lot of resources once you start focusing the point defense. It's like you can gamble and be like, I hope he doesn't scout it, which is in the moment.
Oh, he just did, yeah.
Yeah, then you should stop.
He's gonna kill the engineer anyways. Or no. But the PD's gonna die.
Yeah, here you can move in third lane because his ACU is out of position.
Yeah.
If his ACU would be here now, you couldn't do too much. You can go all in and fight a bit, and then there will be lots of reclaim, and then whoever gets...
I mean, I have a lot of pillars there. I have like...
Yeah,
what,
exactly. You have a lot of pillars, and he
okay.
has what? He has nothing. Let's see what he got actually.
I think it's mostly Auroras.
He has 4 obsidians. That's almost as good as 7 pillars actually. But
yeah, but I can overcharge.
It's actually not even Auroras, it's RT, which is not that bad. But yeah, I mean, if his ACU would be here, how did he lose so much health?
I think he walked into PDs for the most part.
Yeah, he was full. He should have 10,000 or something right now. Anyway, his ACU should be here, and then it's stalemate. So you can fight, no one will win, and there will be lots of reclaim. Well, and then whoever gets good point defenses up will be able to get the reclaim. So now you can't really get gun anymore because you need the ACU here to... Yeah. Otherwise he could just move the units here, take this. Which you could also kind of do because you can't do too much with units here against the point defense, so... I think you both kind of ignore that side a little bit right now. Because that, I mean, this side is very important, but at the same time, you don't need too many units here because he can't charge in, right? And you can't charge in either. So what do you need units for? You need units to protect your ACU, and he does as well. But not that many, you don't need all. So I think you could half... Both of you should take half of your army and try to raid here, right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good point defense because you kill that max and you I mean you already have that one, so it's not necessarily needed.
It's more meant for ground fire.
Oh, you want to ground fire this point defense?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good then. That's because this point defense is denying you this side. If you kill this, it's your side.
Oh, I guess I completely ignored the fact that I was gonna go. I do very contradicting move orders, where I do one thing and then I do something else, just as equally. I'm attacking with all those tanks at that PD.
The issue right now is that your point defense is dying against his missile launchers, and so you need a shield. So if you made a shield, you wouldn't have that problem. Or you can also make a DMD, but then he will add more missile launchers, and then you need to add more DMD, and then he will add more missile launchers, and at some point it die anyway. Or he moves somewhere else. Or gets whatever, but a shield would be better, I think. So as a shield or gun, as we said, but you make... okay, you're making missile launchers yourself now, so you kill his point defense, but he already started, so it's not great anymore for you right now. Because now this point defense died, you still have this one. But if he would actually make a shield, it would be pretty much a similar problem for you. So right now it's just a tower creep battle, but he is already... I mean, he has one missile launcher, right? But he should have probably a bit more. And
yeah, a lot of it died to miss micro.
Yeah, and he should also have gun. He could also make gun right now. So you have no missile launcher yet, which means you have lots of tanks, but you can't attack. At least not here.
Actually, I do. It's in the bottom.
Okay. Without gun, I don't know. I mean, with gun, it's much better, but without gun, it's I would say you can't attack because you can't run into attack 2 point defense and similar amount of units. You need quite a unit advantage to run into attack 2 point defense. And if he's smart, he will make the 1 point defense once he realizes that you want to do that. So you should still try to gain gun. It's still the best move. Because you have so much power. So I don't see it right now, but and you need something. And gun is probably the most cost efficient way right now. Or you do the alternative way with shield, and then you probably another Sparky or something, right? And you don't even need to produce any units then, maybe a few missile launchers, but then you just do a complete tower creep and focus on that. and then you make a shield and point defense and ground fire and well, a shield here, point defense here, kill that point defense, and then you try to tower creep better than he does. But then it's kind of I mean, you both have the same amount of resources actually. Never mind, he meant to take 2 mass extractor, so you can't do that.
I'm going to.
Yeah, then you need to. I mean, if you would have the same amount of resources, it would already be kind of not the. I mean, then it's down to whoever executes it better.
Yeah.
And he is Aeon, so he has better shields, which gives him a small advantage. Not really a big deal, but it could make a difference in that situation when you have both same resources. Not the case, but let's assume it is. And that's a one way, right? To just try to tower creep him away, and then you get the reclaim and you get the map control. And in the meantime, you can try to get better raids. Because you don't really need so many units here. And alternative is get gun, and then hope he does not get gun, and when you have gun and he doesn't, then you can abuse him. So considering he has more eco, it's actually the strategy of tower creeping away is bad, because he has more eco, so he will likely build more and faster. So I would not try that. So getting gun, or I mean also going for an all-in push when you realize you have more units. His ACU is so out of position here, and he's running into your point defense like, what the fuck? What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know.
He's
I think he's trying to get the max.
So if he wants to get these 2 max destructors, you just walk here and kill him.
Yeah.
With that units, you don't even need your ACU. You can use your ACU to zone his units, and then you get 10 pillars. Well, you don't know that he lost so much HP, I guess. Or do you? Did you?
I don't remember.
Okay, so if you know he's on 5000 HP, he was on 4000, so he should be on 5000 now. Yeah, 5500, then he lose damage to point defense. He lose HP to point defense, obviously. So okay, he's not that stupid going here. That would be
like this comes still in the
killing
range.
So considering he has eco and you don't, it actually makes sense to go for an all-in push and hoping it works. Because if you do nothing, you will lose. Right? Because
wouldn't it be better to raid him in the south?
Yeah, you need to do that whole game, but then he can. I mean, you need to do it and he need to do it as well. He did a little bit, but that's a mistake you both do. You need to raid this, but assuming he's not stupid, he will stop the raid, and then you need to try. But it's just trying to create opportunities. It's not really a strategy you can count on. It's more something, if you get lucky, you get something, and if not, then it didn't hurt. So it's absolutely worth to try it. But it's not, you can't count on winning the game. What you could actually do when his ICU was out of position there, you can just move like here in the space. This point defense is quite good at, so you need to walk around it, and then he has time to make another one or something, but you can take all that units. You can actually also move here with all that units, shift sides, right? Get ICU, not sure about ICU. I'm not sure if you have enough units to take on this army. If he kites you, get reinforcements. Obsidians are strong.
Yeah, the roars would kite me.
However, you can go here, and then you kind of give this up, and so he will get tons of reclaim. But you might get a chance to push his base or something, or force him to spend a lot of tech 2 point defense here, or 1 or 2 tech 2 point defense, and you get this, and maybe you can create something out of it. Right? It's not really a great move, and if you would not be behind, you wouldn't want to do it. But in the moment where you're behind on eco, if you do nothing, you will lose. So you need to try to create opportunities, and that would be something that you can get something out of it. And if he reacts badly to it, maybe you can get more. So you could move here now. Even like independent from that, you need to try to raid this anyway, which would be pretty much getting the same for free. But moving here with SEO, you punish him for having his SEO out of position. And that will work 100%. He can't do anything. If you move here with SU and army, he can't stop that. However, it's not great, because then you kind of lose this. And if you had a shield, then maybe you could hold this position and deny him here. And then you can get this and hold this. That would be great, but well, you don't. So I think I would try this. Or alternatively, you still get gun assisted with Angie, so you rush it, and then hope he does not react fast with his own gun. And when you have gun, you have more opportunities to do something. But you can't continue this
back and forth.
Yeah, you can't. This back and forth. You can't continue this. So yeah, you can also go for an all-in.
Which I think I actually did, or not? No, I didn't. I don't know what I did there.
Yeah, just wonder how he's reacting. Actually, he's sending his units away here.
Because he is. You saw my pillars in the south.
Yeah, but in that moment, yeah, okay, whatever. 2 pillars. So he sends 2 obsidians and army. But if you go all in here, then this is a game-deciding fight. So he should throw most things here. He can keep 1 obsidian or whatever here, and then some reinforcements. But like in the moment where you go all in, he should realize that he's winning, that he got eco and you not. In the moment where you go all in and he sends his units away, he
also hasn't scouted me.
Yeah, but he sees it on the radar that you move in. Maybe he's confident that, but I mean he got only 1 obsidian here. 1 tech, 2 point defense. You can stay out of range of that one. Low HP on commander. So if you go all in, you might kill him here. But it's only because he's acting stupid. He has 4 obsidians here. So if this army would be like here, something like this, right? Then there's no way. Well, maybe, but very unlikely that you can kill him. He can kite you. His point defense is strong. But he need to make sure that this doesn't work if you go all in, so he can't send his units away. Anyway, let's see what we're doing now. And he's also throwing like not the greatest unit micro. You don't have too much HP as a, however, so if you go for all in, he can just focus you down, especially with like 2 point defense, and you die very fast.
Yeah, he was trying to kill me.
So you don't go all in, which I think there was quite a chance, but at the same time you can't really know. You don't have the best scouting, you don't know how much he has. He actually kills his point defense with MMLs.
Mobile missile launchers, yeah.
Yeah, so this work now. And he did not, like, that's the point, you counter these with shield, or, I mean, as Aeon you can make DMD kind of, up to a certain point. And he should get gun or shield himself to counter them. And he had a lot of time for that. No, he's just trying to get more point defense, which is okay, but he also need to get the missile launcher, or get more missile launchers. He can actually make a mobile shield, that would be great.
Yeah, he has that option.
You too, by the way.
Yeah, I don't really like them that much. I mean, they're good. I sometimes have
not
them
really with army, but it's a situation, like,
yeah, with your ACU.
It's a counter to mobile missile launcher, to a large degree, because you don't lose your point defense so fast. And then you can try to kill his mobile missile launchers with all mobile missile launchers or whatever. Anyway, now you maybe go all in?
No, I was just trying to kill that engine. That's literally the only reason I did that push, which is kind of dumb, but... Actually, no, I did go for the kill, I believe. But then I realized afterwards that I wouldn't get the kill, so I started reclaiming. And I would just, like, get him as low as possible, I guess.
Okay, but either you go in, or you go out. And then you also send units out. It's not worth getting him lower than he is already.
Well, also I didn't want to get dropped. That was also the reason, because I knew I was low. That's...
Okay, and I think a draw is not even that terrible in that situation, where you rate him here, and if you get reclaims, and you actually kill his point defense, yeah, so that's pretty good actually. You kill this point defense especially, and he didn't react that great to it. So the situation actually improved a lot now, because you managed to kill his point defense. Your missile launchers are doing work, and he didn't really do too much out of his position. And you still have this point defense, so it's pretty much a lot of unit mispositioning from his part that makes this work, and you take this opportunity. So I think that's good, but then retreat your units as well. No point wasting your units. Like that, how much hit points will you do? Like here will maybe go from 3,000 to 2,500 or something. So is that really is it really giving you anything if he is 2,500 instead of 3,000? At the same time, these units are important.
Yeah.
And you even get them to a point where you can't reclaim them, he will reclaim them. So either you go in with SU and units, or you don't go in with SU and units. And then you keep your units like here, right, with your SU. Anyway, that was a good attack. You need to rebuild your radar, however. And now he can actually push you away if he wants.
Not really.
Well, okay, you got a veterancy right now.
Also, he's like 4 Auroras, that's not really gonna hurt me.
Okay, never mind that. That's wrong. And here you raided him despite him having more units.
Yeah, I think what he was trying to do is actually raid me. He didn't realize. I don't think he reacted to those pillars. Rather, he was just going for the raid.
He was busy because you went all in. So that's actually really good that you go all in and you raid him at the same time, because that increases your chance that your raid works so much.
Yeah, those were just at that point was just I don't know. Those were leftovers, I think.
But what's winning you the game kind of is this missile launchers, because you took out the point defenses. Otherwise, you would never been able to.
Now I finished that factory that I've been wanting to finish for like 10 minutes. No, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have mass.
I mean, at that point, I think it would be a good idea because there's all that mass, and attack move, I believe, would be the best thing to get that reclaim. But I mean, also finishing that would take a long time. So yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have mass, so.
Well, also there's a lot of reclaim in the top left.
Yeah. I think it would be fine to finish it if you would have mass, but in the moment where I don't have mass, you need to have mass right now, actually.
Yeah, because I'm upgrading of another max.
In 1 minute or something, so... Oh, right, no, you're upgrading max.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 2.
That's good. Even so, you need 2 mass extractors to get even with him, so you should plan to get 2, right? And then you can actually start doing the tower creep stuff again, and... Or you can just hope you're better with unit micro, which was already the case, but yeah, then just reclaim with SEO. And still get gun. With all that veterancy, it gets even better.
I know.
At some point, you can maybe get even Tech 2 on top, and then you have an incredible strong SEO. It's
I think I get gun at one point in this game. I don't remember. I get one upgrade. I forget what.
Yeah. Now you can also get gun instead of reclaim, which is a trade-off. It's not great because he gets reclaim then maybe if he plays it well. But afterwards you have gun. He will have reclaim, but what? Right? He can't do too much with the reclaim. And when you have gun and he doesn't, you can push him away, and then you get the position.
Yeah.
But getting the reclaim is also fine. Pillars are still alive. That's somehow these 2 obsidians died against.
Yeah, he was shooting at the radar for a long ass time, and I think they just didn't like shoot. Oh, how did that die? Oh, never mind. I pulled one of the pillars back to kill that Aurora, but I guess it died.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably very low on hit points.
Yeah.
Alright, so finally you get this. So yeah, now you... Okay, you make a radar. Now you want to just secure this position with more point defense, and now would be a good time for a shield as well, because you got this, you want to secure it as well as... Yeah, gun, now you have a bit breathing room to actually do something. While he's rebuilding an army, and while you rebuild an army as well. So you can use that reclaim now to do something to secure your advantage. So you get more reclaim, you get other mass, and now you're in an absolute winning position. You raided him a lot, it hurts him, and so he can't just reproduce an army, he has no commander HP. So all you need to do is secure this position, and then you can wait until you have more units, and maybe you can go Tech 3 or something. That's a way to play it safe. You can also just make tons of units and keep raiding this and get gun and push him away. Getting gun is kind of the story of this game. Now you should get gun, right? The reclaim is gun.
Yeah, I just started trying pressuring him again, which I don't think is the UEF way to do it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of okay. I mean, pressuring him is not that bad, but it doesn't really win you anything right now, and it always has a risk of Like, if he's getting gun, it could be happening. He could be doing gun right now. So
Yeah.
if you finish range, not gun, range is so much better against Tech 2. If you finish range, then he can all in on you and draw you. Or if he has great micro, maybe he can kill you. Even so, 10,000 HP is hard to chop through. But it's a bit dangerous. You don't win too much by pressure. And you are already in a...
Yeah, I'm also allowing a lot of those tanks in the south to get through. Which...
Yeah. Okay, that's a small tension mistake. But that's... I think that's a bigger mistake. That's actually a strategy mistake here. Because you don't play it safe as you could.
Yeah. I should have.
And what are you winning? One mass extractor. Well, pressure is
that was to kill the engineer making that PD. I didn't want that to be built. Like, I knew I had mobile missile launchers, but I don't know. I guess I just completely forgot about them when I did that.
Yeah, and even if the point defense is done, whatever, there's not much reclaim anymore. If he makes the point defense here, then you can't relax really much because it means he absolutely gave up on this position. Right? When he tries to secure this position instead. And if he does it, then whatever, let him have it. You will take it sooner or later with your mass lead.
You going to bed?
And with gun.
Okay. Alright, do you want to, like, let's speed this up because we spent like an hour and a half analyzing 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of...
small things.
Small things.
Yeah, it's been
right, the game goes 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It should be over now, fuck.
Yeah. It was a lot of mistakes this entire game.
Okay, so now you... now you out-eco him because you have more control advantage, it's easy. So... Yeah, all you need to do now... You upgrade here? Really?
I think I cancelled it. I don't remember what I did.
Yeah, that would be nice. You need to walk like here or something. In a position maybe as close to your point defense where he can't cancel it if he push you. Yeah, now you will cancel it for sure. So it's even dangerous. Like if his ACU would be here, well, okay, you have 5 veterans. Never mind. Like 5 veterans, the ACU is you can use it a lot more ballsy without. So you have tons of mass. You should have increased unit production a bit. Now's the point where I can go Tech 3 or something.
And that's why I'm making that huge line of power to prepare for Tech 3.
Yeah, you can just get Tech 2 power.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really think about it.
I mean, Tech 1 power in that situation is usually better because Tech 2 power is a big investment. So if you lose anything while you get Tech 2 power, it's not great. But in that situation, you're in a really comfortable position. You can't really take anything away from you, so you can easily... You have the time to make Tech 2 power.
Yep.
Instead you do all this rather risky fighting.
Which I thought would work, but I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, you have similar amount of units, and when you are ahead, you don't want to do this 50-50 fights. And he should be close to 5 veterans here as well. Actually, he only has 3. So he has just quite bad ACU move. ACU usage, the game. But you can't know that so much, how close he is to veteran C4 and stuff like that. So you actually lost this, you give him reclaim, that was throwing the game almost, this move. For no reason. You were winning, why do you need to push him here?
Yeah.
I mean, you can push him in the moment where you're sure that you will kill him. Now he throws his obsidians away against your ACU. I'm making Tech 1 point defense, I don't know. Getting raided here, so that's good to raid here. Then you keep ecoing, just increase your lead with your map control advantage. At some point he will just collapse under the amount of mass that you are throwing at him.
Oh, I guess I made monkeys, never mind.
Okay.
Thought I made that in preparation.
Well, if he's not getting range, that's okay. Could have done that quite a while. And there's not really that Tech 2 point defense problem anymore, so monkeys actually makes sense. Now you get gun.
Oh, I guess I made power for gun. I guess that's what it did.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you had enough power the whole time, but it doesn't. It's like you don't have to pause anything then for gun. That's fine. And you have enough time. Like, not really that he can push you. But it's pretty much because you're so ahead, you can't do too much wrong right now. Except if you would try to push him without getting units, etc. In this case, actually, the situation is still so comfortable, right? He can't really push you anything. Just you can get tech 2 on top, and then you have an invincible SEO.
Yeah, 22,000.
With a lot of regen, and you can make tech 2 point defense, and you have a lot of eco now to make point defense in the front line, or get tech 1 radar, whatever. But gun with veterancy 5 is still super strong. So yeah, now you have the power pretty much to just make lots of missile launcher. Now mobile shield would be quite good also for your SU. Would be nice to just get in his face and overcharge everything. Now you want to pressure because you don't want him to get his gun. Because when he get gun, your advantage is gun, right? Yeah, funny joke, but then your boss in even position again. You have lots of units, so if you get too aggressive, he can maybe turn all in on you, draw you, or kill you, whatever. If he gets red 5 as well.
I think he got range right there.
So he got range, but he doesn't have gun. So that's already you still can pressure quite a lot, but you see you take quite a lot of damage against mostly overcharge.
Well,
overcharge hurts actually more than gun.
There's more than T2 PD than anything.
Okay. So you can't win the game with gun anymore, probably, at least not safely. You can if you want. You have eco lead and you have map control lead, so you can just make tons of units and missile launchers, but missile launchers will get overcharged. It will be super hard to keep them alive against range, so the safer choice probably just go Tex 3 and okay, you get Tex 3 right now. And then make maybe Tex 3 missile launchers will be really nice in this situation as well. He does a really bad engagement.
Yeah, he does bad positioning from his ECU, but also kind of...
Yeah, pretty much in the whole game.
Yeah.
But you can see that it's still, with all that lead that you have, I mean you went Tex 3 so you have less units that...
well, also Sidians are very, very strong too.
It's always dangerous to just have these straight fights, and if you're so ahead you want to avoid them. You rather want to have fights that you're 100% sure that you will win. I mean in this situation he can maybe 5, 6, 7 obsidians.
I don't think he can kill me with that. I don't think.
SEO with overcharge. He can. I think he might have a chance to kill or draw you here.
Maybe draw, but I don't think kill.
Well, a draw is good enough for him.
Yeah.
Because you have map control and you attack 3, so he knows that he will probably lose, and you have this point defense and everything, but you don't want to be in the position where he could come even remotely close to drawing you. So it doesn't really matter if he can really kill you, but there's a chance. I think there's yeah, you already lost a bit HP, only 12,000 now. Obsidians do a lot of damage. You can't get veterancy anymore.
Yeah, which is huge.
So I think there is a small chance of him killing you, and a still small but okay chance that he can draw you, and that's nothing you want to put yourself into. So what you want to do is get, I don't know, more point defense, shield, shield, and then sit here and then wait. It takes longer, and then you raid the side where the commander is not, because there you can play your unit advantage. You can't really play the unit advantage here because everything will die to overcharge. And it's super risky. So you just chill here with defense, shield, point defense, whatever, mobile missile launcher to kill this missile launcher, maybe attack 3 arty, you turtle here, and then you attack here with units and you take this away. That should be what you want to do right now. You want to take something, you want to take more map control away. And that's where the SU is not, because that's the easiest way to get it. There's no reason to let him have the side for other characters, because you can easily outproduce him in unit numbers. So what is he going to do about it? And you can just make a burst here. Yeah, and send it there. And you... Well, let's see if you do it. So you should just send this Percy here, clean this up, and then he will bleed out, because he does not have enough income anymore.
Does that take like... Yeah, I think I do that to just kite him right now. I don't think I actually read him.
Yeah, well, you need
What's
to
that?
defend here. Actually. And that obsidians can kill the person. But if you micro it well with range. Okay, well, you still have your Mongoose, which are now really useless against gun. Unless
He retreats.
yeah, unless he's mismoving stuff. He could have done a lot of things different as well, but let's focus on you. So you just keep doing this stuff, which is it's not that useful.
In the bed. Alright. I think this ends within like the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, so right now nothing is happening when you should be starting. You should be working on winning the game.
Yeah.
You're just giving him time.
I was afraid of him overcharging my Percy's. That was it.
Yeah,
Really
that's why I
but
sent the Percy's here.
Yeah.
And
as you can see in the bottom right, I didn't really want to deal with the with all those walls. I didn't really want to deal with anything down there at that point.
He even upgrades his mass extractor. You do. So, however, as long as the game goes, as high as the chance that something stupid happens, and he can't really snipe your ACU with Veteran C5, or he can try. He can, if you don't scout well, he could try to just pause everything and get mercies or some shit like that.
Yeah. I think this is the ending. This is gonna be the ending right here.
So you end the game how it went. So that's kind of unsafe. Like, can you?
Well, you'll see what happens.
You have 2 Percies. So if you overcharge the Percies, you have 20 pillars, and he has what, 20 obsidians? 20 obsidians do shitloads of damage. So your ACU dies in no time. And you are,
yes, it does.
Holy shit, that's that's so stupid.
Yep. Yeah, that's what happens.
Try to keep your Percies alive, and just do better micros than him. And
I get a draw.
And you get the draw. So, and I mean, in this fight, there's so much firepower that one little miss movement, etc., can kill you the game. So this might as well have lost you.
Yeah, it almost did. I started focusing as this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't even want to be in the position where this could even theoretically happen. And instead, what you did, you created that situation yourself. You are like, okay, I'm going to win by just all in his ACU with my ACU. But your tech 3 advantage and also other unit advantage is a lot smaller when you throw it against the ACU.
Yeah.
So yeah, all you needed to do is turtle here and get the side with units, and then you win really easily. Okay, that was long.
Yeah, it was really long.
That was a bit more in depth than I do that usually.
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
a
like
bit unfair because because that's for free. That's just
I
because
bribed you with features that it works now. I figured it out.
Okay,
which
nice.
Is good.
Well, honestly, I don't really care about that. I just thought it would be nice. Well, yeah, but it's still nice.
Okay.
To have something done.
All right. I'm gonna let my roommate sleep.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye bye.